Today I make my favorite Asian noodle dish, Dan Noodles, with ingredients you can find at your local Asian grocery store. First, I'm toasting some Sichuan peppercorns and throwing that into a mortar, which I'm going to grind up into a fine dust. Preheating the wok with some oil, adding in a pound of ground pork, browning that off, and then adding in 2 tablespoons of garlic, a tablespoon of ginger. Here I'm adding a tablespoon of fermented chili bean paste, and also 2 tablespoons of preserved mushroom greens. Threw in a little more oil, some Shaoxing wine, and some light soy sauce, about a tablespoon of each, and a tablespoon of sugar. Finishing that mix, taking off the heat. And here I'm prepping the bowls, and you basically prep each bowl individually. Here I got 2 tablespoons of Asian style sesame paste. I've got a tablespoon of light soy, about a teaspoon of dark soy, got a tablespoon of black vinegar, and about a teaspoon of chili crisp, which you can add as much of that as you like, depending on how much heat you want, pinch of sugar, and finally about half a teaspoon of sesame oil. And here I'm blanching some bok choy. You can use whatever greens you want. Just threw it in there for a couple minutes. And now doing the wheat noodles. They're fresh wheat noodles, so they take about 3 minutes. I'm just at the end throwing a splash of water into the sauce. And you can make it as soupy as you like, add as much water as you like. Here I'm adding the wheat noodles in. And they just sit on top of the sauce, and adding a generous amount, probably twice as much as you'd get in a restaurant, of the pork mix on one side. And I'm adding the bok choy on the other side. I'm going to sprinkle some chopped green onions on top of that, and then as well finish it with some of that Sichuan peppercorn that I ground up. I had some cilantro, but I forgot to use it. That would be good on here as well. So to eat it, just sort of give it a mix and sort of take it a bit at a time. And it's delicious. I thought it could use a bit more kick, so I added in some more Sichuan peppercorn. I also added in some more green onion, and I also noticed that I have one of my chopsticks reversed, which is a bit of a rookie move, but didn't affect the taste. This was delicious, better than takeout. I hope you give it a try. It's a really flexible dish. Thank you.